Sometimes your data gives you 2 dates, but what you really need is every day in between. One row needs to become many rows. Load your data into Power Query and go to Add Column, Custom Column. As you may know, dates are stored internally as numbers, so instead of generating dates directly, we generate the numbers between them. Then Power Query can convert those numbers back into dates. So we will use curly brackets to create a list from start date to end date. The 2 dots mean from this number to that number. Dates are stored as sequential numbers, so Power Query creates every day in between. The key trick here is to convert the dates into numbers using number_from function. Just click OK and you will now see a list in each row. Click the Expand icon on the Dates column and choose Expand to New Rows. Then set the Dates column type to Date. And done. For the second method, let's use the built-in function designed for this exact task. Once more, go to Add Column, Custom Column, and this time we will use List.Dates function. The first part is Start Date. That tells Power Query where to begin. The second part calculates how many days we need. It takes end date minus start date and counts the number of days. Then adds 1, so we include both the first and the last day. And the third part is the step size. If we want to move forward 1 day at a time, I'll type duration 1000. So it's pretty simple. Start here, create this many days, and move forward 1 day each step. Overall, both methods solve the same problem, generating all dates between a start date and end date. The number range method is shorter and pretty clever. It works well when you want a quick solution and understand how dates behave as numbers behind the scenes. The List.Dates method is more readable, more flexible and easier to maintain. It clearly shows the start point, number of days and step size. That makes it easier to adjust later if requirements change. And let me know in the comments which method feels more natural to you. See ya!